public speaking. Hello and welcome to episode 10 of the Gamer 101 podcast. I'm your host Luca. This is Pete.
Hello everyone, joining you as usual.
As you can see, something has changed.
Well, and guess what?
Guess what, indeed?
Since we are celebrating the episode 10 and it's the end of the year, and for the next year we have a lot of plans and then really challenging plans for us, so we have decided to reveal ourselves to be more relatable to you guys.
We're not gonna reveal ourselves. You're just gonna see our faces. And other
That's
than
what
that,
everybody wants and desires.
maybe, I don't know, probably not. Other than that, the episode on YouTube now will be us too. Uncut, unedited, uncensored, the real deal. And
So no second personality on the internet. This is us behaving in our natural habitat.
yeah, no edits, no nothing. And the audio versions, they will stay the same for now. So you can find on iTunes and Spotify the, let's say, 40-ish minutes. And on the website, which will be maybe on, I'm hearing it may be delayed a bit.
Hold up. I wasn't properly informed by this information.
Well, I did some beta testing of the website and I found a lot of issues. And yesterday, 2 days ago, when was it? What's today? Yesterday I heard that maybe we're not making 1st January.
Okay. That's fake news.
Yeah, but when it's up, the podcast will also be there.
Which gives me much more time to prepare my 2 articles.
Well, you should have them prepared for first.
Okay, so even though the website won't be alive till then, I should have.
There is a chance.
Written. Okay, there is a chance. Okay, hope guys last.
There is a chance.
Okay, cool. So today will be kind of more relaxed discussion or the episode.
Well, I guess it will be like this until March. When is something good coming out?
Well, if you consider Kingdom Hearts 3 being good, then it's January.
Okay, when is something big coming out? Kingdom Hearts 3, that's March?
Kingdom Hearts 3 is January 27th.
Okay, then I guess we can maybe talk about Kingdom Hearts 3 when it comes out. But until then, the episodes will be laid back.
Hopefully there will be some new cool trailers, announcements, and all sorts of new information.
Yeah. So this week was Christmas, and we hope you had a great Christmas, great gifts. Hope our episode on gifts help you with buying gifts. There was some time to play games, and we did play games.
Yes,
because we weren't writing articles that we're supposed to write, and editing videos that we're supposed to edit.
Possibly.
Yeah. What did you play?
Well, I decided to get back into my PS3 finally after. Well, I've had it since 2011, and the day when January sales went live on PSN, I checked them out. I saw there are some great titles that I really wanted to play, and they are on a great sale. So I bought them on PS3, hooked it up, and enjoyed the God of War first and second in HD remastered for PS3, as well as Ratchet and Clank trilogy. And let me tell you, both collections are really amazing.
Did you never play Ratchet and God of War 1, 2, 3 before?
I have played God of War 4 years ago, I guess, but since right now the newest God of War came out half a year, maybe more ago, I just wanted to take the story from the beginning because I kind of forgot already how the Kratos came to be the man he is, and how his evolution has changed throughout the
Killing
story.
everyone. Killing everyone in Greece and basically destroying the country.
You know, I thought maybe I was mistaken. His ruthlessness has been more spread over the games, but no, first game, it's bloodshed all over the place.
If you remember, third game, basically as he's going and killing the gods, when he kills Poseidon, all the seas rise. When he
Spoiler
kills
alert.
How old is that? 10 years old?
It's close to 8 or 9 years right now. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry for that. And so he basically kills Greece by killing all the gods. And we also found time to play one of our all-time favorites, Smite.
Which, after the experience we both have had, I was really on the verge or on the edge of uninstalling the game right away.
Yeah. And Smite is one of those games we both have some of the most time played. Right? Yeah. Might be.
Yeah.
There was this, yeah.
Smite is only triumphed in my case by Paragon.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, that Smite is a third-person MOBA style game,
which has been out on PC for 5-6 years, even more. On consoles, it's free to play for 2 years, I guess.
Yeah, and we didn't play in a long time, and I guess they made some updates to the items, and yeah, when you don't know the items, you have no chance.
Yeah, now apparently, even the support with the attack speed and lifesteal can do wonders in the game.
Yeah, 2 tanks on 1 lane will just destroy you, apparently, when they get lifesteal. Yeah. Also, we played a little bit of Siege.
Yeah, I'm really starting to dig Siege more and more, especially considering my outrageous experience with the Smite.
Well, we also didn't win a game in Siege, I believe, the whole week.
There must have been at least one victory.
Maybe. Anyway.
But Ubisoft again surprised us with the free operator.
That is true.
The Christmas package or alpha pack. But at the same time, for those people who really put quite a lot of money into buying all the season pass or all the operators, they can't claim the alpha pack, which would give them 25,000 of currency.
Yeah, and I would like 25,000 renown points, which I can't get at the moment. So
I mean, it's for the new operator when the season 4 hits. It's one. It's enough to buy you one.
Yeah, I will buy skins. I will buy the season pass. I will buy weapon skins for the 25,000. Anyway, 2019 is right around the corner. It's gonna be what, Tuesday?
The Monday is the
Monday
or Tuesday. Okay, Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday is 2019. So let's have one final look at 2018.
Okay, let's get into it, shall we?
What has 2018 given us as gamers?
Well, I would go as far as saying that 2018 might have been the best gaming year over the last few years.
Over the last few years, I would go maybe as far as say ever.
Okay. We have had great games. I mean, and when I say great games, I mean possibly the games of the decade.
Mm-hmm.
But there is still one more year which can beat it.
Yeah.
Or any game in the following year.
Yeah, I would say maybe next year on episode something, we're gonna be talking about Game of the Decade. And from this year, I would say maybe there's like 4 or 5 contenders for a top 10 spot, which is a lot considering there's 10 spots for games out of whole 10 years.
Yeah, and we've got 4 or 5 just for in a year.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
And so obviously some of those were God of War and Spider-Man and Red Dead and these Monster Hunters and all these kinds of games that came out this year. Yeah, that's crazy to think about how many great games came out. But also some shitty games came out this year.
You just took the word out of my mind, because I was gonna say not only was the 2018 great year, but it might be remembered as the worst year in terms of game launch ever.
Yeah.
So there you have it, 2 extremes playing in 1 year.
Yeah. Of course, we're talking about
our beloved Fallout 76.
Yeah. Then also, one of the worst games that came out this year was Metal Gear Survive.
Yeah.
The sequel no one wanted, or the spin-off no one wanted.
Which is already for 15 years right now, or even less, on PS Store.
Yeah.
And just 2 or 3 days ago, from the creators of Ark, and people were having high hopes for it, the Atlas new MMO game with 40,000 players playing at the same time came up finally after a week of delay. And obviously for the first 24 hours they rolled 5 patches, and yet after 24 hours it was unplayable.
Okay, that's quite funny.
Right now the Steam sits at 16%, I believe.
Mm-hmm. And also, one game that was looking interesting in concept but failed to deliver at all was a game called Quiet Man. The Quiet Man.
A Quiet Man. I believe that's the name of the game.
Which sounded really promising, and then came out without anything, without anyone saying, this came out. It just one day it was at the available, and no one bought it.
Well, don't forget to mention that because it was called Quiet Man, there was no idea in the game, so therefore it was barely playable.
But that is very interesting. So your character is deaf, and that might be an interesting concept to have. It's better if he was blind, of course. But
then why would you need a game with a blind man?
I don't know.
You could just wait for the blue screen of Windows and it will blind you anyway.
I mean, it could have been good, but it wasn't. They could have just put in Arkham style combat.
I mean, was there any music at all, or it was completely silent the whole game?
As far as I know, it's all silent.
Even in the menus, no sound.
I don't know. I didn't play it.
Okay.
But from what I know, there's no sound in the game.
They added a week later because people were
they added it in a patch, like.
And for free. Look at that.
So Square was like, okay, now you just have a shitty game. Yeah.
And then you said at least Square Enix published the final part in Tomb Raider reboot trilogy, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which I believe is the weakest part in the trilogy.
It is the weakest, but it is still better than Uncharted 4.
Do we really want to get into the discussion?
Okay. It's not worse than Uncharted 4, or better than Uncharted 4, but it is definitely better than what was the piece of shit called? The one where you play as Chloe.
Place.
See, it was so shitty you don't even remember. It was Uncharted what?
Oh, Chloe. Okay, Uncharted: The Lost Legacy.
Yeah, that was just garbage.
I mean, didn't play it, and I believe it was just a side project of Naughty Dog.
Yeah, it was like, we don't know what to give these guys to do, just do something.
I mean, I'm not sure if I remember correctly, but when they initially said there will be DLC or new Uncharted, it sort of should have been a DLC, and then it just got the proportion of the full standalone game. Not full for full price, but just like the Far Cry.
It was half the price, and I mean the gameplay was exactly the same. The graphics was the same. It wasn't like a B team or B spec game, you know. It was, but it just wasn't fun. It was fun at times. It was fun at the beginning and fun at the end, but the whole second act was just horrible.
I mean, I just said probably it wasn't the same guys who are doing Last of Us Part 2, but again, the B team the B team or if the side team in Uncharted isn't the same as the side or B team in EA, and then you get a Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah. Was Andromeda also this year?
Nope.
Wasn't it?
Last year. No,
okay.
It wasn't this year.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it was very playable. It was very technically good. It was just not good.
Yeah, even I remember you saying that you hated hiding in the bush, even in the original game, and here it was much more.
That in Tomb Raider is excellently made, the stealth and all these mechanics. And in the last one, in the Rise, they added this mechanic where you can you can go to a pile of mud or a thing of mud and cover yourself in the mud, so you're even harder to detect. And with enemies that have night vision or thermal vision, they don't see you because you're covered in cold mud, I assume.
And if you buy two new RTX graphics cards, you will have an advanced effect for €1,000.
Yeah, but you can see the production quality was not that good in that game. It was the cuts between gameplay and cutscene were very noticeable. That is something that I would say Rockstar and Santa Monica and even Insomniac, they nailed this year with their games. You couldn't see a cut in what was it called? Red Dead or any of the games, Spider-Man. There was no cuts.
Yeah, God of War was fully made without a single cut. It was basically one continuous shot from the beginning till the end.
If you didn't die.
Yep.
Yeah, there was no loading screen. Yeah, that was very, very.
What an achievement!
Yeah, that's an achievement. Yeah.
And even the last week, I believe, or 2 weeks ago, the most prominent gaming websites were giving their game of the year, and I know IGN for sure gave it to God of War, GameSpot gave it to Spider-Man, and one more website. Yep.
Spider-Man. Okay.
There are two options. They either really liked it or they just wanted to be different from the others.
I would say they wanted to be different because there's no taking away anything from Spider-Man, but there's no way Spider-Man is getting Game of the Year in a year where God of War and Red Dead comes out. Even though we didn't like Red Dead that much.
I mean, I liked the game for what it stood for and how the story was portrayed there. It has its flaws, maybe with the open world. I would call it Ubisoft disease.
Ubisoft.
with uncovering the towers, which is like old-fashioned by now.
What? Oh yeah, you actually had to go to
Yeah.
a city, and when
Yep.
you went to a city, it uncovered the map. Yeah, that's
So
true.
that took me good 15 or 20 minutes. Just straight from the beginning, I wanted to see the whole map, so I was just doing the first thing I did was uncover the whole map.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So that was 2018. The good and the bad. So let's look forward. What are we excited for in 2019? I know we did the whole if we could only buy 5 games.
Yeah.
And
we did a repeat, so we had 10 different games, 5 for each.
Yeah, that's true. But what's something we wish for in 2019 that may be just a rumor or isn't confirmed yet, or we expect is gonna, or everyone expects it's gonna be bad, but we hope it's gonna be good?
Okay, I've written down a few bullet points, so I'll start first, and then we'll take turn after each, after one another.
Okay.
So, right on top of my list is there have been several rumors, and I hope it will prove it will prove right that the new Switch might be coming next year.
Okay.
So this is wishful. That's what I truly want.
Do you want Switch
Nintendo
2.0?
to yep. I want Switch, but just the better version. Because let's be honest, the current version, as far as the screen resolution goes, and maybe even the internals aren't that great.
It's fine. It's very serviceable, I would say.
But then again, Switch came out 2 years ago, right?
Something like that.
And Nintendo has the tradition of keeping their systems alive for 5-6 years, for quite some time.
Yeah.
Well, the only exception is Nintendo Wii, which was like shut down immediately. So for now it's decent, but if you think about the 4 years horizon into the future, there's no way it will be sufficient in 2020. Especially if they are planning to bring third-party games on the handheld, like they did with Doom, which was terrible at launch on Switch. Let's be honest.
Many of those games that came out to Switch were not good.
But that was their vision, to bring up the third-party developers, because the Nintendo sales numbers are skyrocketing right now.
Yeah.
And they will continue to do so. And Nintendo doesn't make games every 3 or 6 months. Basically, all their flagship titles are out there. So right now, what else are you left with except Pokemon, which is pretty much confirmed? Nothing at all.
Well, there's rumors that a new Zelda is in development.
I'm sure it is, but again, we can have a bet if the new Zelda or Death Stranding comes out first. Which one of those two?
Well, look, if they drop something like Octopath Traveler or something like a smaller team at Square or at Konami, or is Konami even making games anymore? Or something like that. If someone drops a Japanese-oriented game on that system, and then they have Pokemon, which will be the biggest thing ever, if it is what we wish it was going to be, and that's me getting to my point. If Pokemon is really a hardcore RPG as we're used to from the handheld, then that's all I need for the year. When that comes out, I will not play anything else.
Okay.
And as I'm saying, if they put some from some smaller teams, even from big developers, something good, something fun, then they have survived the year. And if in 2020 new Zelda comes out or new Mario comes out, they're good.
Hired, damn. Hired
Yeah,
Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Send your CV to Reggie.
Yeah, Reggie, make a comment. Where's my camera? Down below. And yeah. So that's one of my wishes, to have the Pokemon game to be a real Pokemon game. None of this Go garbage.
Even though if many people still believe that the Pokemon Sun and Moon were really accessible to the brighter audience, which it was. I had the chance to play it when I used to own the 2DS. I sold it. But Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu is even more accessible to. They are just trying to get even more people to be connected with Pokemon.
But is that because people are getting stupider? I mean, when Pokemon, the original ones, came out, I of course didn't play them because I was very, very, very small and young. I mean, those games were hardcore games that you have a tough time even to this day when we're adults to really figure out all the mechanics in those.
But again, you just have to follow the trends, and you see the huge boost or huge potential in mobile gaming and mobile game. If you see a people playing mobile games, you know for sure that hardcore Pokemon isn't gonna appeal to the majority of the gamers.
Yes, but then again, the Mario on mobile didn't do that well, and the what was the other game?
There is even Animal Crossing field on
Animal Crossing, that also didn't do well, and there's the third title that Nintendo has.
But I believe it was poorly promoted. Have you ever seen a ad or anywhere that with the Super Mario they were doing?
I tried those games when they came out on the Google Play Store, and it just didn't. Mario ran on his own, for God's sake. Why?
So the original premise is there. Okay, let's use the strong Mario character within the mobile game and
let's make it shit.
And sell it for 5 or 10. I'm not sure.
It was 5 or so. And then Animal Crossing, it was the same. It was strong Nintendo brand, but then they made it. Essentially, they made it Farmville, Nintendo style.
I tried only a little bit and then I gave up. So moving on to the point number 2, which I have. So we had new. My wish was new Switch coming next year. Yours was getting a hardcore Pokemon game.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2. Obviously, we couldn't miss it, or we couldn't omit it. It is the announcements of next-gen consoles. And what I mean by next-gen consoles is, I don't really care about 4K, but at least, please, 60 FPS locked. We are getting 2020. Elon Musk wants to invade space or colonize Mars. Give me that fucking 60 FPS.
Yeah. We want 60 FPS and we want it now. Or 2020 at least.
I mean, that's why I said only announcement, but with the full specs and full information about what it actually will do.
You would rather have 60 FPS than 4K?
Yes, for sure.
Don't you think the new consoles will be able to do both?
Even Xbox One X right now is doing 4K 30, which costs 500. So then it leads me to the question: how much will the new Xbox cost?
It will. I think we covered this episode 0 or 1 or something. It will not cost more than 500, and it will be 4K and 60 FPS capable.
I just have difficulties believing it since the I'm not sure even if the newest NVIDIA or even AMD cards can handle it. And we are talking about GPU only for 1,000 euros at least. And they can't hit 60 4K
But
at the current state.
Yeah,
So
but if you mass produce it, if you say, okay, we're gonna, we want to use your AMD card, JPU or whatever, and we will sell, or we will buy from you, from AMD, we will buy from you 60 million pieces of this card in the next 7 years. Don't you think they will give them a discount on that?
I'm sure there will be a wholesale price
of your graphics card. What do you say?
I mean, the AMD exists just thanks to the console. So let's be honest.
No one in a computer has AMD.
Well, I'm planning to.
Rookie mistake, my friend.
I mean, when you think about the price and you start comparing, AMD just wins.
I don't know. I have some card in
some card, yeah, unbranded.
No, it's MSI something. I don't know what that is. What?
Oh yeah, new gen consoles announcement. Hopefully, the sooner the better. I believe in the first half of next year. Sony making their own conference or just any event, any sort of event which will be specifically for players, and they will just announce even the games that will be available.
Like Death Stranding.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you stole mine. So, what am I also looking forward to in 2019? Well, we need to get a release date for Last of Us 2 in 2019. We also need to get a release date for Death Stranding in 2019. We need to get a release date for Crackdown 3 in 2019.
Well, Crackdown 3... No, Crackdown 3 has a release date already.
Yeah. It had already before.
It's March, I believe.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to seeing what unannounced games are we gonna get. Like, there must be someone at Microsoft Studios, at Sony Studios, at Nintendo Studios, at whatever, at Deep Silver, people that are already having these dev kits for the next thing that are working, and I'm excited to see whether it's Paris Games Week or E3 or Tokyo Game Show. I'm excited to see what's in 2019. I'm excited to see what we get in 2020.
That seems just like a logical order.
Yeah, because 2019 is not going to be that great.
At least we know that Warner Brothers isn't working on the Superman.
Yeah,
and there was a leaked footage, and from what it seems, it could actually be an open world Harry Potter game.
Oh, that was Warner Brothers.
Yeah, Warner Brothers. Yep.
But was that Rocksteady?
Probably.
Okay. Harry Potter with Arkham style combat.
Harry would become a martial artist.
He's gonna roundhouse kick Draco Malfoy in the face.
No broom needed. Nimbus 4000 won't be getting appearance.
Yeah, he's gonna smack you in the head with it. All right. Do you have something more for
Yep,
2019?
I got 3 more.
You got 3 more.
Yeah, I got 3 more. Are you out of the ideas?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then
I said this many times. I'm not looking forward to 2019.
who prepared better? Me.
First time ever.
um, let's start with something controversial, which you wouldn't like at all.
I like
I would
controversial.
like I would like to see mobile games, but let me explain. Getting bigger, what I meant by that, like a full ports of the even console games. We get to the point where mobile phones are really powerful, and I'm not sure I've played XCOM Enemy Unknown full port from the console. It is amazing. I bought it on sale for 250 or 3 euros.
Yes,
Amazing game.
I will agree with that because that is a game that makes sense on a mobile device with the control scheme. If they make full port of Civ 6, that would be great. If they right, you played
Yep.
Civilization.
Yep, I did.
If they made a
Yeah,
full
there is
port,
only Civilization, cartoonish looking game, which is
yeah, whatever. If they make one from Civilization 5, which is better, it's still the same point. If they made XCOM 2 on mobile, that would be great. Don't make NBA and things like this. This one I have to agree with you.
Thank you very much.
Depends on the game, really.
I know I'm not saying bring every single game on the mobile, but if the game if it suits for the game and if it's logical for the game to possibly appear on the mobile phone for a reasonable price and it just use the controls, and there are examples. Even Titan Quest is pretty okay, which is a Diablo style clone.
Could be. I don't know.
So that was my 5th point.
5th point. That was 3rd point.
No, I skipped
Okay.
because I wanted to discuss something controversial with you. Well, 2 more to go. This is really probably not gonna happen, but there we might actually get a new handheld from Sony. There have been some new patents formed by Sony about the device with a touch screen. Now it might be a new Sony DualShock controller, or it might be something entirely different. We don't know for now. But PS Vita did terribly, nowhere near the success of PSP. So we see how Switch is doing, and if they didn't really catch up on the success of NES Classic by PS1 Classic, nowhere near. So why don't you try a new handheld or make it similar way, just like Nintendo
No. You know what could have saved the Vita if they made a PS4 Vita bundle? Because I'm sure you know this, but you can play every game, I believe now, remote play on Vita.
Every game? Oh,
I believe you can play every game remote play on Vita, which is pretty good. It works almost everywhere where you have a good internet connection.
which neither of us have.
No. But, I mean, like if you have your console at home and you're playing at coffee shop or something that has a Wi-Fi connection and it's strong, it will work with minimal lag.
Mm-hmm.
So that could have been the big selling. I mean, don't even sell the Vita anymore. Just put it with the console, and then people will buy it. I'm sure people would buy the occasional game on Vita. So I don't think a next handheld from Sony is something they would work on.
It was just based on the rumor that has been there
Yeah,
out in the wild. And the
I
last,
have one.
okay,
There was a rumor and a leaked screenshot of Borderlands 3.
yeah, but I heard something about it. Even
Which
maybe Walmart Canada was doing some reviews, unintended.
it's always Walmart Canada.
I mean,
No,
yeah, they'll have them
I would buy and play Borderlands 3 if they announce it.
with full cooperation, because even two had a local co-op or even online co-op.
Yeah, they had 4 player, I believe.
Oh, four. I just know recently the Borderlands 2 kind of in VR came out for almost full price.
Yeah, and it was trash.
Okay.
As far as I read the reviews and saw some things, it was not good.
Or even with VR, there might be a more powerful version and give the players the possibility. I believe the only game so far which can be playable on VR from the beginning to the end is Resident Evil 7. You can play it with the headset and experience the same. It's not a game specifically made for VR, or there are just 2 hour experience with the Batman VR, which is the uh, most horrific money grab ever. Basically, you are going down, exploring a Batcave, putting together your gadgets, and the game is over. 20 euros.
You remember long ago when people had PCs, they had flight sticks controllers.
Yep.
Ace Combat 7 is gonna have full VR support.
Actually, I was watching a podcast of my favorite YouTuber, and they said, or one of the guys present there
Don't say anything.
is real fan of Ace Combat 7, and from what it seemed, or from what I understood, only certain missions will be VR.
Ah, okay. Then I understood it wrong.
But we'll double check it after the.
Well, we'll double check it after the show, so you don't get to know. Anyway, I would say that kind of game, if someone, Microsoft or whatever, decides to make a flight stick for a controller, and that game is full VR support. What was it? Eve Valkyrie was something like that, right? It was a VR game in the Eve online universe where you basically play a fighter pilot.
Yeah.
That sort of game where you're sitting in your chair with the flight stick with the VR headset on. That's what VR is made for.
I mean, actually, I could have a VR, since my monthly monthly plan for mobile phone is soon expiring, and I get the chance to pick up a VR for, I believe, €5.
Nice.
Yep.
You should do it.
Okay.
Okay. So you can go to the last one.
And the last one is, please, if the game costs $60, I would really love to see. And this is if anybody from the EA or even EA is prominently known for this. Don't insert microtransactions into your games, or don't even call it, because last time, again, I was looking at my favorite podcast, and they said, again, the game has microtransactions, but only visual items, so cosmetic items. That's what you call them. And it was NBA, the last NBA. The issue with that is, when you get to the character creation, there were seriously 2 beers available, 2 clothes, and all the other ones were microtransactions.
Nice. Good job, EA.
So they are calling them cosmetics, won't influence your gameplay. But if you cut them from the original game and put there just the complete basics, that's bad.
Yeah. So your last wish for 2019 is that companies stop using microtransactions.
I'm sure you've heard GTA Online stories.
Yeah. You know what? I would say for 2019, I also wish that Belgium is trying to ban loot
boxes. Even Australia has some legal issues, so that's why Overwatch had to redo something.
Okay, but if that happens, how many? I mean, I'm all for it. Ban loot boxes that you can buy.
Yep.
Which means I don't know. I don't remember. In Overwatch, you get them for leveling up, right?
Where do you mean?
In Overwatch, you get a loot box every time you level up.
Yeah.
But you can also buy them.
I don't think you are able to buy a loot box.
For in-game currency, no?
Not sure.
But you can most certainly do that in Siege.
Yes, in Siege you can buy Alpha Tag, yep.
So if this happens, if EU follows Belgium and bans loot boxes, what happens to these sorts of games? So how will the developers make their money?
By delivering an actually good product at launch.
Yeah, but okay, let's go back to Siege. So Siege is pretty decent, and you get really just cosmetic things from the loot boxes, from the alpha packs. So if they change, do you think, I'm not an expert on law, do you think if they changed it so, yes, you can buy them for in-game currency? Oh no, I think they're safe because you can buy them only for renown, and you cannot buy renown. You can only buy the R6 credits.
Yep.
So they're safe because you cannot buy them for real money, technically.
Correct.
Okay. I think, yeah, okay, that's then fair.
But from what I've seen, Red Dead Online currently has the worst introduction of microcurrencies ever. So imagine you like fishing, correct?
I like fishing.
So,
but not in real life.
Okay, in games at least.
Yes.
So what they did in GTA Online in the beginning was, okay, you want to go fishing? Here is a fishing rod for you. It costs $200 or whatever. $200 takes an incredible amount of time to get, and you have to be level 20.
Okay.
To get the fishing rod. People were all actually complaining. Well, no shit, Sherlock there. So they changed it. They changed it completely, even worse than it used to be. Or you could buy it for gold bars.
Okay.
Which can be again purchased with in-game money. Now what they did was they lowered the price of the fishing rod. Also, you don't have to be that high level anymore. But when you buy with the gold bars, you don't have to be that level. You just buy it and you have it. So it completely removes the level restriction there. With you pay us money, enjoy.
Yeah, that's
really, the worst combination.
That's really bad. That's worse than GTA 5.
Yeah, that's worse.
GTA 5, for all its faults, it's pretty fair when it comes to this.
It used to be in the beginning. Now it's
yes. Now it's yes. You need to buy money. You will never make enough money for a gold-plated yacht or a helicopter with champagne in it. Yeah. Okay. So that was our wishes for 2019. And the last thing I want to talk about is, people at the end of the year give themselves some resolutions for what they want to achieve in the next year. what do you want to achieve gaming-wise in the next year?
I was thinking about it for a very short time.
Very short time. You want me to start then?
Probably while you were talking about the resolution, I was like, okay, what am I gonna say? What am I gonna say? but right now I have it, and this is my commitment to you. So I've got 1 year to fully complete, and you will call me if I don't. It's complete the Dark Souls trilogy.
Complete? Okay.
Complete the Dark Souls trilogy on my own, with I wouldn't say without watching tips and tricks, but with minimal advice.
So you only counting Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good luck with that.
What have I got myself into?
I don't know what you did, man, but
I mean, it trains your memory because unless you know where you are, where you want to go, you are lost since there is no map, no quest, pointer, nothing at all. It's really hardcore, even hardcore of the hardcore games.
Yeah.
And it's really up to you. And I just want to feel the moment of like boss battle for 10 minutes, and then I defeat the boss, not the introduction boss, but any other boss that comes next. And
there was a post on Reddit a long time ago with someone complaining about a bug in Dark Souls, I believe it was 2, and from Software, replied, yeah, we're working on it, it will be fixed in the next patch. And someone commented that, when are you gonna fix the glitch or the bug that this boss has a broken attack pattern? And they replied with a picture of a knight in armor, and it just said "Git good."
I mean, I've seen crazy people on stream or on Twitch live streaming Dark Souls trilogy run without even one hit.
Without clothes. Yeah, I saw that as well.
One dude, no hits, or he didn't take any damage in 3 games. Jesus.
So what do you think? What do you say if you stream at least some of the levels?
First of all, I need to get physically and mentally prepared for it, and then I might be up for the challenge.
Okay, that's something for everyone to look forward to in 20.
Besides the Portal in co-op.
Don't spoil things that's coming out. All right.
So that's my resolution for 2009.
For me, it's...
And I can buy all 3 games right now. They are on sale, amazing price. Yeah, well, except for the first because it's been remastered.
Do it.
I will.
Buy it and start right now. After this show, we're gonna live stream. Dark Souls 1.
I don't have FiberNet.
Okay. So my resolution for 2019 is to finish my RPGs.
I was hoping you would say Witcher, but you went broader.
Yeah, I will in 2019. I will finish The Witcher. I will finish Fallout 4. I will finish Persona 5.
Okay.
Not 4. And I will try and finish Dragon Age 3.
What was the last game
Dragon Age 3.
Okay, Dragon Age. Okay.
Is there something else I need to finish?
That's a good question. Only you can answer.
Yeah. If I find some... I have started Final Fantasy Type 0. And I played it for about an hour and then I stopped. So I don't know if I'm going to finish that one.
Was there a specific reason why you stopped?
I just didn't feel like it. it went from, because there's some sort of permadeath in that game, and I kind of got scared.
Get scared.
Yeah.
So
All right.
keep your lights on during this night.
Yeah.
Which, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the conclusion of the last
Well,
episode in
don't jump ahead.
2018. Okay.
We
Do you
still
have any
have one
surprise
more
for me?
thing to talk about.
Do we?
Yeah. Are you ready?
So what is it?
Well, I'm gonna think of someone and you're gonna guess who it is.
Yes, that's what I'm. Yeah, but you didn't let me finish. I was gonna say we can get to the conclusion, and now it's everybody's favorite part. Guess who? I'm again in the position of guessman,
Guess you're the guest man.
and let's see if your fears, if my fears come true.
Your fears. No, there's nothing to fear.
It is if it is a well-known character, I won't get it. So, question remains: are we ready?
I'm always ready.
Okay, let's go, boys. Is it a robot?
No.
Okay. Is he okay? 10 minutes timer. Okay, going. Is it a male?
Yes.
Is it an Asian male?
No.
Is he a white male?
Yes.
Is he a white male in an FPS game?
It's not FPS.
Okay, so I got third no. Actually, I've stepped up my game and I'm writing down all the information that you deleted me.
Nice.
Not better the old school way. So, why male? Is it a third person view? Does the game have a third person view?
Yes.
Does the game have only the third person view?
No.
Okay. Fourth, no. Oh. No. Is your main objective in the game to find someone?
Oh.
No.
I would not give you Geralt of Rivia a second time. Okay, that wasn't Geralt of Rivia, that was Fallout you were thinking of, right?
I stopped for a while. Like, Witcher can be played in first person.
Now I'm thinking about that as well. I don't think so.
Maybe with the mode. Third person. Is it PlayStation only?
No.
Is it Xbox only?
No.
Is it across all platforms, including PC? Yes. Okay. And I got 6 no's.
Yes.
Crushing it. And I got 3 information to lean on.
Yeah, because you don't ask broad questions. You start, is it this console? Is it this console? Just ask, is it exclusive to something? And then you know. You get one no, and you know all the information.
I just like losing.
You like losing, okay. We're gonna enjoy Dark Souls then.
Third person is he the main character?
Yes.
Is he old?
Is he old?
Yes.
I don't know.
Is he older than 50?
No.
Okay. Two more attempts, right?
Oh, you're at 7.
Okay, 7.
You should ask about the game.
I know. That should have been my resolution. Like, learn how to fucking ask questions.
Learn how to play Guess Who.
Learn how to play Guess Who. You'll prepare a Guess Who manual for me to read. White male, third person. That's not a lot of information to go on.
No, and 7 knows that not. It's also first person. You forgot. It's a white guy in a game that you can play third person and first person.
Is it the game? Is it a new game, meaning newer than 2016? Any of the games?
No.
Okay. Are there more games?
No.
No?
You're at 9 no's.
I'm counting myself. Third person, only one single game.
Mm-hmm.
There is one game that comes to my mind, but no way it will be that. Does the game have? No. Okay. Are there more environments in the game?
Yes.
Does the game have multiple endings?
No. That was 10 no's.
Thank you very much, and I managed to do it under 10 minutes.
Okay. What was the game that came to mind?
Spec Ops.
Spec Ops?
Yep.
The Line?
Probably.
No, that's not it. It was.
Now, please reveal me what I missed
It is.
so horribly.
It is Minecraft. It is Steve from Minecraft.
Now I know how you felt when I gave you Nathan Hale.
Yeah, but Steve from Minecraft is a very well-known character.
Who the fuck is Steve?
Google Steve from Minecraft. You will see who that is.
He goddamn has a beard. Okay, I didn't ask for a beard. He even has a figure toy that you can buy.
Yeah, because he's a well-known character from a well-known game.
Steve. You know, to celebrate Steve's success, next dog I have will be Steve. Steve from Minecraft.
All right. Well,
okay, I have a suggestion because it seems like without having someone to help me, the whole next year will be Guess Who in my version of guessing. So why don't we take turns each time? Doesn't matter if we
no.
my proposal, you just straight away sweep it.
No. You need to get better. I think the next one you will get. All right, boys and girls and boys, ladies, gentlemen, this was episode 10. Goodbye.
Goodbye.